Did we identify any actual contradictions? What's the problem here? There's a problem. And this is where if you bring some Bible wisdom in, from the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks, the good man brings forth good out of the good stored up in him, the evil man brings forth evil, the evil stored up in him, the mathematician brings forth math, the musician brings forth music. In other words, these critics are revealing to you how they process. They're revealing to you how they think. They're revealing to you the methods that they use in discernment, in reasoning. And what methods do they use? Dishonesty. They're being dishonest with the text. They are not actually trying to understand the meaning of the text. They're using hyperliteralism and concretism to take the words and apply a definition that they want to inflict upon the text in order to create an apparent contradiction. It's dishonesty. These people are dishonest. Or at the very most, they're ignorant and hyper-concrete. And maybe they're honest, but they're so literal and concrete, they actually can't process on the level of, because why? Because they're just depending on their own human reason, and they haven't asked the Holy Spirit to enlighten their mind to the true meaning. There are no contradictions. Yes?
Outside the Bible, just thinking in life and how we interact with people, politically, in all, in all forms of life, are we guilty of twisting?
Yes. I see this every single day. I can't even turn the news on. I can't look on the internet browsers anymore because every single day there is facts taken, twisted to create a construct that is not factually true. I'll give you an example. I'm not taking a political side. It's just an example since you brought it up. I was listening to the radio 3 weeks ago. Sean Hannity was talking to the gun people, saying, look, I'm a gun supporter. I've had a permit to carry in 7 states. I've got assault rifles in my own collection. But folks, when you turn out to a political rally at a state capital, don't wear your armor and carry assault weapons. It scares people. And it can work against you. People can become frightened and they want to pass laws to take those away from you. You don't need them in that setting in a protest. This is what he said.
Just because you can doesn't mean you should.
Right. And there was wisdom in what he's saying here. I support the freedoms and to have these things, but don't frighten the people so that they react in fear and then want to take them from you. That's what he's saying. Very wise. Next day, headlines, I won't tell you which news source, read, now notice the headline, Hannity splits with Trump on gun rights.
Oh, take your pick.
That's the headline. Is this an honest depiction of what he said? He didn't mention the president in this thing at all. Is there actually a difference in those positions? Do you think Trump is saying, frighten people, show up at the... He's not saying that. There's no split. What was the intent of the headline? Here's the intent, because most people read the headline, don't actually read the story. Here's the intent. Most people in our society knows Sean Hannity is a conservative. And he's a very, very conservative. But he splits with Trump? Oh my goodness, if the conservative Hannity splits with Trump, must be some freako radical so far out there that not even somebody like Trump, Hannity can support him. That it had nothing to do with gun rights. It had to do with it's establishing in people's minds this terror of Trump that he is such a radical, even a Hannity can't support him. This is the deception. I see it, and I see it, again, I'm not taking a side. I just can't stand this type of distortion of stuff to manipulate people. And I will tell you the goal of the manipulation, and I'm taking a side here and tell you, the goal of manipulation is to incite fear in people. There are, and again, you pick which side you think's doing it. I don't care which side you pick, because I personally believe all sides in the human system do it. Okay? But the goal is to incite fear, because when you become afraid, what are you willing to do to feel safe again? Give up freedom. When people are frightened, they're willing to surrender freedoms or liberties in order to feel safe. And this is the goal, to take liberty. Because once you take liberty, you can destroy love. This is really the process that's happening. And then ultimately, you create a division in which we have a division on some point. Pick your point. I don't care your point. Pick your point. And then the people who identify with option A are divided from the people who identify with option B. And then the fear is driven into both hearts, and they see the people with option B, the option A people, see the people with option B as a threat. And the people over here see the other people as a threat, and we're afraid. And when we're afraid, we have to do with threats. What do we have to do? We have to protect self, which means what do we do with the threat? We have to neutralize the threat. Neutralize it with some type of law that restricts them, or maybe even we have to attack them. Just watch what's happening in society, folks, and the methods being employed. You will see the most venal methods being used.
But in most people's eyes, you only have these two choices. And so you identify with one and against the other. So
I think the Lord is allowing these things to happen for those who have eyes to see and ears to hear, to discern, and to reject both sides. To reject them both and to embrace, my kingdom is not of this world. Our citizenship is in heaven. So we identify and practice different principles. We don't get tricked into using the world's methods to promote what we believe is a godly goal.